Hey guys, good morning. Okay, so this next poem appears to also be from the 2nd of October 2016, so must have been a good day, a creative day. Again, it doesn't have a name, so I'm just gonna go ahead and begin, although I feel somewhat inclined to continue with what appears to be my new thing. So without further ado, let us begin. Okay. As I lay here awake, stuck thinking of cake, I think about all the mistakes I have yet to make. I look back at all the mistakes I have made. If I were to look forward, should I be afraid? If I were to see all the blunders yet to be, would I be relieved, or would I take a knee with the weight of it all? Thinking ahead, I'm sure to stumble and fall. Yet I ask you this, how do you define a mistake? Something that happened over which to rake? Something to cover up? Something to hide? Something which in others you rarely confide? Or is a mistake something you strongly embrace? An opportunity to learn at a different pace? A way to learn a different approach? Allowing life to take up the role of your coach? Many of those who consider themselves positive thinkers would say, by allowing yourself to see mistakes in a different way, by seeing them instead as opportunities for growth, like in yeast the opportunity for the rising of a loaf. By allowing yourself to see the silver lining, to your mistakes yourself you will not be confining. Yet whilst most of you would surely agree that the former is better than the latter, please bear with me. I would like to put forward a different perspective, that positive and negative are both coin sides respective. Both sides give meaning to this thing we call a mistake. Both sides ensure it persists no matter which direction you take. This line of thinking may be alien to you, so please let me elaborate without further ado. To say that it is not that it. To say that it is not that is to say that it is some. To say that it is not that is to say that it is something. But no matter how one defines it, a wing is still a wing. By that I mean, of course, that it is still a word, a symbol that I am sure you all will have heard. Where am I going with this, you're starting to ask? As it happens, I was just about to give you a task. I propose an entirely new level of thought. This is something I highly doubt you've been taught. Rather than ever even entering into the realm of whether mistakes are inherently good or bad, I would prefer that you just take the helm. I propose that instead you simply choose at the time whether you want water or whether you want wine. Here, in this moment, just make the choice how, as the choice you are making is because of what you want now. When the old layers of thought begin to be erased, a much simpler life will begin to be faced. All it takes is awareness when you decide. A decision made in full awareness is not something from which you can hide. Really, that is exactly what you've been trying to do. By viewing things as mistakes, responsibility you have pushed away from you. Okay, so first of all, I apologise for the background noise, assuming you can hear it, because I live in the city centre, surrounded by pubs, and that is all of the glass recycling from some of the pubs being collected. It's quite noisy. Otherwise, it's certainly enlightening to see how much I used to use the phrase "without further ado," because I haven't used it in a long time, and then I accidentally stumbled into it just before reading out a poem containing it. So that was interesting. But anyway, rambling over. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you tomorrow.